Buying an injection mold from China seems like a clear win. It promises lower costs, faster production, and a direct path to scaling your product. But the path is full of hidden traps. Miscommunication, quality issues, unexpected delays. The difference between success and failure is not luck. It's having a system. A repeatable step-by-step process removes ambiguity and reduces risk. It lets you control outcomes from thousands of miles away, turning a potential liability into a strategic asset. The first and the most critical step is to define your product and mold requirements with absolute clarity. This is the foundation upon which everything else is built. A vague specification is an open invitation for mistakes and misunderstandings. You must start by documenting every single detail of the part you want to produce. Write down its primary function. Write down the environment it will be used in. Write down any stresses it must endure. This context is just as important as the physical dimensions. You are not just buying a piece of steel, you are buying a tool to create a functional part. Your supplier needs to understand that function. Next, you must provide precise technical data. Final part, weight, three-dimensional geometry, usually provided as a step file or as an IGS file. Specify the exact plastic resin to be used. Example, ABS-V. Example, Pantone 286C blue, not just blue plastic. Clearly state the required surface finish. Use standards like VDI 3400 or SPIA2. Define acceptable dimensional tolerances for critical features. Finally, estimate your annual production volume. That number dictates the type of mold steel needed and the number of cavities. Once you have a crystal clear definition of your needs, the next step is to find potential mold makers. Use online B2B platforms like Alibaba, Made in China, and other directories to build an initial list of potential suppliers. Look for factories that specialize in the type of mold you need. A bumper shop is not ideal for a microconnector. Their portfolio is your first clue. Never rely solely on polished marketing. Verify legitimacy and competence. Past similar projects, photos, videos of CNC, EDM and quality lab, or a third-party inspection. Contact references and ask about communication, quality, and adherence to deadlines. If high value, escalate. Visit the factory or hire a local inspector. Verify ISO 9001 and business license to avoid middlemen. Narrow to 3 to 5 qualified candidates. Do not choose based only on a low price. Price is irrelevant without proof of capability and reliability. Lock it down. Control the design and the deal. Before cutting steel, approve the final mold design, 2D, 3D, base, cavity, core, cooling, ejection, and gating. The DFM report is critical. It may change wall thickness, add draft, or move gates to prevent defects. Compare quotations beyond just the price. Itemization, steel grade, cavity count, hot runner versus cold, texture, lead time, warranty. Use plain bilingual contracts, total price, and 50-40-10 schedule, T1 and final lead times, quality standards, ownership, warranty, and delay penalties. Approve all changes in writing before locking the design. Once the deposit is paid, the manufacturing process begins. Do not wait in silence for T1. Demand a schedule with milestones and weekly progress reports with photos and short videos. Monitor the arrival of steel, CNC roughing, precision CNC EDM, final polishing and fitting, and initial mold assembly. The arrival of T1 is a major milestone. Do not approve based on a quick visual check. Measure all critical dimensions with a digital caliper or a CMM against your technical drawing. Test fit and function. Check sink marks, flash, flow lines, warping, and verify color against Pantone or RAL. Document every issue in a detailed report. If modifications are needed, be specific. Supplier reworks and sends T2, then T3 if required. Do not approve the mold for shipment until a sample in your hand meets every single one of your specifications. If possible, perform a final inspection at the factory or have your local agent do it using an agreed-upon checklist. Only then should you release the final payment. Work with a reliable forwarder experienced in both countries. Ensure customs clearance and always ensure the shipment for full replacement value. Before shipment, receive the maintenance guide, spare parts list, and final 2D and 3D mold design files. Reconfirm after-sales support and warranty terms. Managing these final steps ensures the tool arrives safely and you are prepared for long-term production. Section 6. Conclusion. Your checklist for success. Bringing an injection mold from concept to reality across continents is a complex undertaking, but it is not an insurmountable one. The key to success is not the absolute cheapest supplier, it's a rigorous, systematic process. Break the journey into 6 manageable steps: definition, verification, quotation analysis, design control, production management, final delivery. Do not proceed until the previous item is complete.